Hey guys, it's Brandon, aka B.Rich Beauty, aka your beauty best friend. And today I'm coming to you with a new video all about highlight and contour powder style. I am fresh faced and ready to get started. But before we do, you know what to do. If you're over 21, grab your favorite adult beverage and or cocktail. And if you're under 21, grab your favorite non-alcoholic beverage and or juice. And let's sip and see together how I like to highlight and contour using powders. Let's get started. Step one is you gotta prep the face and do your makeup. So we're gonna do just that. I'm gonna start with a little bit of Fix Plus because you know I never like to miss out on staying hydrated. I'm gonna do a little bit of a serum. This one is La Mer Concentrate. So just doing a pinch of that just to kind of prep my skin and give it just a really nice even canvas. We're gonna warm that up and we're gonna just roll that on and press it into the face. Quick and simple. Eye cream, my favorite, Lightful C Vibrancy Eye. A pinch of that. Warming it up on our ring finger. And starting inner and working our way out. In and out. One or two. So we're gonna do that real quick. Then we're gonna go in with my favorite, a little liquid powder in a tube, Skin Refine Zone, through the T-zone. So bloop, 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 bloop. Down the bridge of the nose, through here, just to kind of mattify and smooth out texture. Perfect, nice and velvety, and now ready to start the makeup. Step one, foundation. So grab your favorite foundation. I'm just evening out my skin here, and we're gonna do a little concealer, Pro Longwear Concealer by MAC. Grab my handy dandy brush. And go in. All right, so skin is done. I'm gonna add a little bit of concealer just underneath my under eye area, just to conceal. So that's the next step, concealer. Studio Fix 24-hour concealer, and just dab that on underneath my under eye. Just kind of even myself out. I know it looked a little bit light, but this was more or less to kind of color correct and brighten for me. Not necessarily to go full throttle with the highlight for the highlight portion of this. So nicely color corrected. Brighten myself underneath my under eye. I look awake. Perfect. On your brows. As you know, gotta frame the face. So I'm just gonna brush the brow up and then go in and fill in the brow gently. So I'm gonna underscore first. And then work the middle. Super simple. Bam, brows are on. We're ready for the highlight and contour piece, because really that's what you're here for, right? So the way I like to approach highlight and contour for powders is making sure you're finding the right powders that are gonna work for your complexion. And I think that's the same underlying concept, whether you're working with powders or creams. Obviously, I am a deeper skin person here, so I'm gonna look for powders that are gonna be a little bit deeper. I want a contour that is not necessarily gonna be seen by Google Maps out of space, but I want a contour that if we're face to face, I look really nicely sculpted without looking overtly draggish. So we're gonna play around with intensity, but I'm gonna choose colors that don't actually exist naturally in my skin. So I want colors that are cooler. I'm gonna look for colors that aren't necessarily so warm, so not so bronzy, not so blushy, but really things that are gonna pull in shadows. One of the other little tips, and you can go ahead and sip on this, is that I like to do my contour first, because once you lay your contour, then you can see your highlights. And you can see where you want to amplify more light on the face to have your contour and your highlight work harmoniously together. You're welcome. In addition, you got to take your face shape into consideration. So for me, I don't need to necessarily do a lot to reshape my face. My face is a little oval. I mean, it is social distancing. I have been at home, so I may have gained a little weight, so I might be a little roval, a little rounded oval. But for the most part, I have a little bit of an oval face here. We're gonna start first with the Studio Fix Shape and Contour Palette. What I love about this palette is you have all of your contour colors and your highlight colors in one place. Make sure of your cools and warms and of your dark colors and your cools and warms of your highlight colors as well. And the beautiful thing about this is you can really play around with adding a little bit of warmth if you need to and cooling it off. My other tip, before we jump into this, is your tools. Choose a tool and the right size tool to get the job done. I like calling it the finger test. So if I know I need to highlight in an area that's a little bit smaller, I'll measure it because we know we're gonna highlight this nose, right? I will look and say, I need a brush that's about the width of my one finger. If I'm contouring and I know I need to really sculpt this, do I need a 1 finger size brush, a 2 finger size brush, or a 3 finger size brush? 3 fingers is gonna be too big. So I'm gonna look for a brush that's gonna be 2 finger size so I can really get in a contour. If I'm contouring through here, probably 1 finger size. If I'm contouring through here, 2 finger size. So I'm gonna use my brushes. I'm gonna choose brushes that's gonna allow the brush to do the work and I don't have to work so hard. Okay, you're welcome. Take another sip. So let's get started. I'm gonna use this shade here called Definitive. What I like about this color is it's deeper. It has a little bit of warmth to it, but once you blend it in, you can see that it's nice and cool. So I'm gonna contour first on myself, and then we're going to lay in the light. So 2 finger size, right? I'm gonna use a 109. I like this brush because I can use the side of it. And we're gonna start first with that. I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna feel for my hollow, it's Warher. We're gonna go in, start right by the earlobe and pull it in. Going no further than the outer corner of the eye so that way it doesn't get too heavy. I'm gonna go side to side, and if you need to, you can go like this to buff it out as well. See the contour? All right. What I also like in terms of tip is making sure you really do connect back here so that way it doesn't look floating. If you're wearing your hair up, or if you have short hair, you don't want your contour to start so far in, so that way it's a disconnect. So make sure you grab and you pull it into the ear as well. Why not? Social distancing pounds, we'll just do a pinch on the jaw down here just to kind of sculpt it down some. Right in the back. Not cheap seat beat, but everyday beat. All right, so I have my contour on. One of the things I love is if you're going for a full makeup where you're incorporating blush, then you're also going to be adding blush, which will go into your contour, which will give you a little bit more dimension. I'm not doing blush today, so I like the depth I have here for my contour. Because I have a little bit more of a masculine face, I'm going back and forth instead of wrapping up. If I really wanted to kind of like carve and make the face a little bit softer, I could take it and wrap it up. 1 finger size brush. Let's go ahead and contour this nose. So I'm gonna use a 1 finger size brush. Same contour color. And what I like to do is, my eyes are actually evenly spaced, but I like to take the contour and kind of pull straight up into my brows. Using a flat brush so I can deposit. I'm gonna go straight down on the side of the nose, stopping at where the nostril will start. I'm gonna repeat that and go back up. Use the side of the brush to pull this into your brow if you need to. So that's what it looks like from this angle. He looked like he went to Dr. 90210. Yes. Now I have my contour on. Let's go on with the light. What I like about this palette is we're gonna use these bottom colors here to bring in the light, and we're gonna finish with an extra highlight as well, okay? So again, like 2 finger size, 1 finger size. I'm gonna highlight through here, which will be 2 finger size. I'm gonna highlight through here, which is 1, highlight through here, which is 1, and a highlight through here, which is 2, right? So I'm gonna go in between 2 and a 1 brush. For the 2, I'm gonna take the brush that I had my skin on. Because I'm deeper, I'm gonna grab a little bit of this coral color and a pinch of this yellow just to balance it out, right in through here. And what I like about these powders is that the powders are super fine, so it makes the skin appear nice and smooth as well. See how I'm getting brighter? Ow. Get a little on my Cupid's bow. One finger size brush. Both colors mixed together. Starting right through here and buffing it in. I love using a fluffy brush for this right through here because you really want to buff this in. You can go into the brow if you need. You really want to buff this in so that way the skin looks nice and radiant and blurred beautifully. We're getting brighter. So now I like the intensity of the brightness through here. I'm now going to take this intensity and match that to the nose and through the center of my forehead. I have a slightly prominent nose, but not too much. I'm going to, here where my bridge is not as prominent, I'm gonna apply more here to really kind of brighten, to make it look like this part of the nose is coming out a little bit further. The rest of the powder, like so. Yes, I just saved y'all a couple thousands of dollars. You're welcome. Right through here. Right? Now that I have that, I actually, if you want to kick it up a little bit more with your contour, you could. I'm gonna go fun with it because I already got the initial coolness of the contour down. And we're going to contour a little bit more through here. And bump it up a notch through here. Intensify a little bit more right through here. Add your mascara. Finish it off with Fix Plus. You want to add a little bit moisture to take away some of that powder effect and let it set in. And you have your highlight and your contour, boom, with powder. So, stay tuned. Before we leave, we're gonna kick this up a notch. I have my Hyper Real palette here, Hyper Glow, and we're about to use one finger size brush, all three colors, Fix Plus. I'm going ham, y'all. All the colors, all of them. And we're gonna just right through here, give this a little bit more glow. That's what you call looking like money. I also call this a little bit more being high lit. So we did powders that had more skin-like tones to it. And once you get your highlight and contour on, if you wanna go in and really add that pizzazz and jazz, do so. Bump it up through here as well. I'm gonna avoid doing shimmer through the center of my forehead because an hour later, this will read as like oil, but this looks so yummy. All right, guys, before we leave, mist it down. Yes, let's knock that powder edge off. You know what to do. If you like the video, leave me a comment and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, love you lots. Bye, and stay home.